Nothing funny is done. The best part is I don't have my notes.
Good job. Come on. Get over there, Rick. Get it.
Carl, shut up and get my notes.
Shane.
We're professionals.
Carl.
Welcome.
Maggie.
Inside the ant farm. Happening right now.
Maggie.
This guy writes... Why do you keep saying Maggie?
I don't know. I want to say... You gotta say girls. Andrea.
People, welcome. Watching. See, you can tell this is going to be a Walking Dead themed episode. Matt is actually... He looks like a walker already. He looks busted, so...
I'm going to bite your freaking neck during this. Ah! Oh, beer.
So, yeah, let's get this beer out. This is the first non-rogue we've had in a while.
Yeah, it is. And we got a couple Omegogs, and there's a couple more
with
that
chocolate
I want to
theme,
get.
So we can compare chocolates and see which one we like better.
So this is the Chocolate Indulgence.
By the Omegang Brewery.
This sounds like it was made...
Let's drink these.
On Valentine's Day or something. Toast. True love.
Oh, it's very tasty. It's funny because it smells sweeter than it tastes. It's like almost a smoky, bittery taste.
It's got more of a stout flavor than the last one, but I still like it. It's very tasty.
Of course, we may just have our taste buds may have been deadened from the apple, cinnamon apple pie.
We had some moonshine before, so if we're incoherent, it might be because we had moonshine.
Or it could be just that we talk like we do, and that's every episode of Inside the Ant Farm. But
that's you.
So how you been?
I talk very incoherently.
I'm pretty sure you don't know what that word means.
I'm pretty good.
Okay, so anyway,
I got 2 Lego games around sale on the PlayStation Network. And I was watching Mike had the Lego Movie game, and so I was like,
everything is awesome.
Did you like that song, by the way? It's great. It's a great song.
I'm the special.
You need to watch the movie, because I think you really like it.
I like the movie parts. We'll talk about it in a sec, though.
Okay. But I downloaded Lord of the Rings Lego, which Aiden loves Lord of the Rings, and he likes Lego, so it worked out really good.
Nice.
And
choice.
I downloaded the Lego Avengers game. So I wanted to really, because Aiden always wants to kind of play. Yeah, and I got him to play Lego game. Now, he's trying to play it. But he only wants to use one button at a time right now.
Oh, yeah, he's a kid.
So he's walking the wall. He's like, I don't know what to do here. I'm like, just here, turn this way. I'm trying to show him, but it's tough because I'm a video gamer too.
Daddy,
so I'm
teaching his little son how to be a nerd.
I'm like, honey, you got to turn the game like this. Okay, you got to turn your guy. See, look you got to turn it. Look where the triangle is. That's me. I'm the triangle. I'm trying not to yell at him because I'm being video game nerd. I'm like, okay, so I'm calming down.
You're like, move.
Move. Let's let me do it. And then he keeps going, let's switch paths. I'm in the good place. He's in the...
Oh, yeah.
He keeps falling in the water or something.
Welcome to being a father.
He was enjoying it, and he wanted to play more, and I said, no, I'm going to band practice. See you later.
Sucker!
But it's when he's good, we'll play that. Otherwise, Jeff's been kind of sick, so I've been trying to take care of her last couple days.
What a dedicated husband.
And hoping that I don't get sick, because that would suck. A lot.
I think every week, instead of telling anything about your life, like what happened your week, just speak, I'm a dedicated husband and father. The end! Like that.
And how about you?
I've been working.
So yeah, and that's what you can do. There you go.
A lot. No, yeah,
I work too much. My job demands too much of me.
No, it's in a good way. It's making some money. And
you might be making more money than me at this point.
Probably am.
It's the first, I think, in our lives.
No, it's not actually, Matt, because remember, you were unemployed for a while.
Well, so you're making more money than me when I was unemployed, yes.
I was with CVS, and I was barely making more money than you when you were unemployed.
When I was making $0.
CVS.
Fuck Good times.
No, so I beat the Lego the movie game. That's really all I've done this week.
You beat it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
movie games are pretty long, but I guess that one might be a little short.
It's
based on the movie.
It is based on the movie, and it's definitely the movie, the cut scenes from the movie, directly in the game.
I love the movie, so I hope it was as good of a game.
The game itself got very boring very quick.
I heard there's a lot of choppy pieces, because the movie is awesome. It is a great movie.
Everything is awesome.
It's a great movie. There's a lot of good elements to it. There's a lot of really funny elements to it. And if you like Legos, obviously it even ups the ante a little more. But I heard that the game was okay, you just smashes these pieces of the movie and then you're just collecting coins the rest of it.
Well, and then basically it was so babied down that it was just now press X here. And you're like, oh, okay, I can understand after the 17th time of doing this that I have to press X here.
And that's the rest of the Lego games are like that too, but this one is based in as much like Lord of the Rings, it's the Lord of the Rings, you know, you're like, oh.
Well, and also in those types of games too, you're looking for like the funny things, like, oh, they did like a funny thing when Gimli falls over.
Exactly.
This one was like, the movie bits were fun, but they weren't like very tongue-in-cheeky stuff, so there was a couple.
And the movie is awesome, but they can't stick all the movie in there, so it makes it less fun.
Yeah, and like what was fun was like if you like collecting the little dudes, that's fun. Like little Lego men's.
Do you have Mr. Business?
I only got Present Business, so you have to, but you can upgrade him to Lord Business.
Lord Business, yeah.
But but if you want Lord Business default, you have to buy his.
Was it Will Ferrell's voice in there? Or?
Yeah, it's all the same voices. And like even although I think like they might have like ADR some of the like grunts and stuff because like some of the
they do that. They do that.
Suspect.
Yeah.
Like and you're like, okay, that doesn't sound like.
They usually do pretty good though. They usually pretty good. At least in the Lord of the Rings one, they've been pretty good with it. So.
But it was a good time.
You want to jump in this picture so people drink or no? Well, there you
go. Oh, nice, baby. That's sexy.
That was nice. I think you get 2 drinks for the finger.
Wife, yeah. No, but the game was the story bits were a lot of fun. I especially like how he was like the main character was basically inept for most.
Yeah, that's why it's a great movie because it's like everyone's like, oh, you're the one. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it was he kept saying that. Yeah,
I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, you're the one. He's like, no.
And as like the story progresses, like your characters, his abilities. Progress, but then like they still make you unlock like little Lego characters.
Was 80s astronaut in there?
Yeah, no, they're gonna play Trivia. Yeah, with his broken helmet. Hey guys, it's me! I'm gonna build a spaceship! No, we don't need you to build a spaceship. We don't need you to
smash the spaceship.
She's like, get your old spaceship junk out of here.
Actually gets to build the spaceship. It was fucking hilarious. Spoiler, sorry.
Yeah.
He's like, spaceship! You like he's spelling it,
yeah. It was, that stuff was probably, the Charlie Day stuff was probably the funniest stuff in the...
There's a lot of good cameos in that movie. I think you love it.
The game had some fun stuff to find, and some fun, and like there was some codes, like the Where's My Pants thing comes into play, where you unlock different sets of pants for your character.
Or no pants.
And well, one of the pants is called the Super Secret Pants, and they're invisible, and they're invisible pants, and But yeah, it's a good time. But it's a lot of, like if you like collecting games, this is like a game for you. It'd be because like you're collecting coins, you're collecting
that's all the Lego games.
You're collecting little bricks.
That's literally,
you're collecting red bricks.
Literally, that's all the Lego games.
Yeah. So, but like the story was kind of weak from how they chopped it up.
Yeah.
So that kind of made it like a little less for me. But plus it was pretty short too. It was like maybe 4 hours, maybe.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. We just left Rivendell, but I believe the Lord of the Rings game is all 3 movies into one. So we had a lot of time left.
Yeah, it was still good. It was still good to play something with my PlayStation 4, though. Honestly, because it's been way too long since.
Is there games coming out soon?
Yes.
The order doesn't come out till like E3, does it? Or like
no, they said this year, but I guess they just did like a behind the closed doors thing for it. And it looks kind of bad.
That's why I was hearing there was some like really good and really bad. When I saw it, I was like a lot of people were really
most of the graphics
it.
look amazing, but like the animation itself is not. It's like all janky and weird.
See, I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen with this game. Okay, we're talking about 1886, the PS4 game. It's
the
like
Order 1886.
The Order 1886. Thank you. It is. It's basically like a medieval meets like steampunk almost.
Yeah, it's basically like steampunk.
Vampire Hunter type thing, Monster Hunter type thing.
It's very steampunk, where it's like humanity was invaded by aliens, so they had and monsters, so they had.
It's like a Monster Hunter. It's like a Van Helsing meets like a steampunk.
They develop weaponry faster and learn to develop faster because they had to fight these aliens instead of just how we lived our lives.
And unlike the first time I saw it, like I know you were very excited about it, and I was like,
I'm still excited about it.
I want to be excited about it, but I've read this thing this morning actually, and I was like, okay, well that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm like I'm on the fence. I'm like I don't know. Like, the story is not established enough in my head, maybe, that I'm really excited about it.
Well, supposedly the game looks gorgeous, but, the piece they brought, which, when you bring a piece, like a demo,
you want to make it awesome.
Yeah, especially when you're bringing it to not developers, but, interviewer...
you make that 7-minute piece amazing.
Reporters and things, you polish the crap out of it.
You polish that 7-minute piece up.
Basically, like, oh, this isn't polished, haha, just play it, just watch us play it. It wasn't even
There's some game I was looking at, I can't remember the name of it, it was like some kind of, like, first-person medieval smasher up, and the characters look They were like big, kind of like Gears of War characters, but the gameplay in it looked amazing. I'm trying to think. I'll have to remember the name for next week. But I saw a 7-minute
Mark it
gameplay
on the
thing for
calendar.
it. I saw a 7-minute gameplay thing for it. I was like, this game looks really cool. Even the characters aren't like my style. I don't like the Gears of War blocky giant
losers,
giant meat guys. But it was like a really cool game.
I like giant meat, so it's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
So the actual news I have this week, though,
Okay, let's go
a lot
for
of TV news this week.
Okay, let's see what you got.
But I'm going to lead off with something that's not TV news, man.
Okay,
Samsung Galaxy S5. Did you hear the new feature for it?
I didn't.
Fingerprint scanning.
Oh, I did hear that.
What?
I didn't.
It can store up to 8 different fingerprints. It was supposedly this is a rumor, not.
Remember when iPhone did that? When they did the fingerprint thing?
Yeah, 8 different fingerprints on that, and each fingerprint can do something different. So like if you were like, I want to go to my porn.
I don't care.
Just my middle finger kind of thing.
Shit,
you know?
yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Like swipe the middle finger. You know what I'm
Maybe I'll
saying?
do that.
It'll go right to your porn.
That's a good idea.
I mean, who has porn on their phone? Are we out of time yet? Porn, sorry. But yeah. So fingerprint, 8 different fingerprints. That's just a rumor. But they basically,
I only have. By the way, I have 10 fingers, so I have to use like most of my fingers for this, or is this like other people can swipe in?
I don't know. Like it might be that you can have like maybe your wife is swiping, but you can only get to like not your.
Is it like
your
where
text
iPhone where I
messages.
can put my dick on?
Yeah, you can just swipe your dick over the home screen.
That's the porn one.
Home screen.
Whoop.
But
Porn.
But yeah, so that's my first one. It's it's
I only have 2
simple
things, so you're gonna beat me on this one. I'm
gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
beat me. I saw the first Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Here I come!
So there's a lot of cool things about it. I'm not going to give too many spoilers. If you haven't watched it, you're probably not going to watch it.
Yeah,
anyway.
who's seen the Tonight Show before? I mean, come on, it's probably.
Well,
really
they had Will Smith as the first guest, and Bono was the musical guest. They did the evolution of hip hop dancing with Will Smith. That was
I did watch
cool.
that.
That was kind of cool. And the new theme song for the Tonight Show is a Roots original, where Questlove he will scream the number of the show in the middle of the song. So in the show he goes "What?" like that in the middle of the song. So it was really when they get to like 980, he's like 999 or something. I don't know, but
it's Questlove. You can do that.
Yeah, it's Questlove.
By the way, have you seen Questlove? Like he looks kind of like a dirty bag of laundry right now. He's like. He's just getting like super. He looks super old. Did you see him? He did a drum off versus Fred Armisen.
That's
pretty funny.
That's good. That's pretty funny.
It's
though.
one of the
the new late night band leader.
And then like they kept looking at each other. It's pretty funny. Look that up. It's actually on. You can actually find it on the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show thing, but because they have stuff from.
Looking on YouTube tonight.
But yeah. So, tell me more.
So Will Smith, of course, amazing. He's a funny guy. YouTube played a song on top of 30 Rock, 70 Stories Up, which was kind of cool. That was their first.
At first, I thought you said YouTube, and I was
YouTube. I don't really like YouTube that much.
Did he open his jacket?
Well, kind of prick. He might as well. He might as well. But
God damn it,
it was a good song. You know, I can't really complain about it. Or
as we all call him, Bono.
They came on, they were a guest, and he's like, I've always wanted to hear you guys do an acoustic song. And so they played a song acoustic, and he gave him a guitar, and they sang it. It was kind of cool. And he was like obviously you've seen Jimmy Fallon in the Late Night Show. He's very humble. Excuse me.
Oh, so good.
Well, he was very humble. And he's like, I came from Saugerties, New York. He grew up in Saugerties, New York, the home of the Mumbo. And he's like, I used to watch Johnny Carson when I was a kid, and my parents would let me stay up to watch the monologue, and then I'd like try to just like be really quiet, and hopefully they forgot that I was there, and I got to watch the first guest, and it's so amazing to me that kids can be doing this to me now. It's like very humbling, and he had a really good it was before the monologue basically, and then he came back out and did this monologue. And he was reintroduced, and he's like, I just want to say all this.
Here I come.
Well, he's not doing that one. I love that Late Night Show song. It's probably my favorite Late Night Show song of all time.
Agreed.
But this new song is pretty good. I like it a lot.
I'll have to listen now. I might actually do that tonight.
It was worth it. I would definitely watch more. And then he had a bunch of his friends come on, and I guess there's a bunch of people. Supposedly this is a real thing that said that he would never get the Tonight Show. And so he bet them money, and all these guests, like famous people, came on and gave him $100, including Tina Fey, Mike Tyson.
I heard Stephen Colbert dumped 100.
Stephen Colbert dumped like 10,000 pennies on him. He had a bucket full of pennies. It was pretty funny, and he had like $2,000 at the end of it. So he made out pretty good. But it was really interesting. It was really fun. I enjoy Jimmy Fallon. I enjoy Conan O'Brien too, but it's gonna be tough. I don't know which one I'm gonna watch now.
That's true. Yeah, they're both at the same time.
I mean, I'm watching Hulu. I'm not watching them on TV.
Jamie is definitely on Team Coco because I saw her. She was actually watching before you got here.
I love Conan O'Brien, so maybe I'll watch both of them. I don't know, but because I'm watching them on Hulu anyway. So whatever happens, what happens, you know.
Or Julio, the Spanish version.
Julio. He's like, hey man, I got this show on my shirt, dude. I'm like, okay.
So man, how about this next piece of news, man? Guess what show's on the verge of cancellation right now?
Almost Human. God damn it.
Such a good show.
Why are they doing this?
Because this is what Fox says. They're like, this is a high-budget show. They need 15 billion viewers.
I post this on my Facebook. I posted on my Facebook, and I've thought about this hard. There's a lot of stuff in Almost Human that needs to be kind of jump-started, and I understand that. But this show is terrific. It has so much potential, and why would you
really great actors, really good actors.
They did this to Firefly, they did this to Last Resort, they've done this to a lot of shows that... Was Last Resort on Fox, by the way? Or was that on NBC?
That was on ABC.
ABC, was it? Okay. But, Fox does this routinely, where they have a show that has... like such good potential, and they go, meh, it only had 8 million viewers, not 9 million.
I was actually hoping you'd say this, Matt, because there's actually an exception to this rule, and it's another J.J. Abrams show. The show Fringe was actually 5 seasons. It was on the verge of cancellation after the first season, and then every other season after that, and they kept it on. Basically, three more.
And you know what? It did well every season. So why did they do that?
Well, the thing is, it did well for a show that
Fox
was like
a dick move,
like a sitcom. It didn't do well for a show that's a big budget, like lots of special effects. You know,
and that's the problem. That Almost
they don't budget
has
correctly.
Big budget special effects on it.
Honestly, like if they could budget somehow budget. I don't know how they would do this. I'm not.
That's the problem.
If they could budget the special effects,
crappy special effects, or you have. Not 20 million.
Well, that's why you're talking about like when you. I wanted to like respond when you're talking about Doctor Who. You're like, oh, well, it's been on for so long they kept it on. I'm like, well, that's because the special effects for that are like $50. Like there's
some of them are right.
Well, they're better now, but that's because it's gained so much following.
Like I'm not talking about the first. I'm not talking about like old Doctor.
Well, exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like old Doctor Who, they got through because
Doctor Who stayed on for so long because it has a rabid fan base of every single person in Britain. Whereas.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm going to do our little bit here.
Well, whereas Almost Human has like a rabid fan base, but it's not as many people. You know, that's the problem. Or Doctor Who is an institution. They haven't given Doctor Who when it first started was not an institution. It was a show that it was like, hey, we're used to like this certain subsect of show, and you're putting the show into this bananas.
Yeah, for like I watched sci-fi Fringe.
I watched this like documentary type thing that they had on. The first season of Doctor Who, and they're like, yeah, nobody thought it was going to succeed. They thought it was going to be shitty because it didn't make any sense. Like, this guy's floating around in a fucking phone booth. It doesn't make any sense. And it ended up being alright. But that's also back when there was 4 shows. So
this pointed to where the bubbles are going to be.
There was only 4 shows back then. Whereas Almost Human, there's 80 other thousand shows that people can watch, you know. They can watch anything on HGTV that's a piece of garbage or Toddlers and Tiara, you know, so there's nothing else. There's other shows than they go to, so people with no attention span aren't going to wait for this love relationship to work, or they're not going to wait for Kennex has this drug issue that there's nothing that ever happens. There's no repercussion to it. That bothers me. Like,
that's Fox writing.
I pop some pills.
That's Fox writing, though. That's
and then the chief's like, I saw him pop some pills, and nothing happens because I'm like,
we can't make drugs a bad thing. Kids will start doing drugs.
And he's like, hey, you're really hot. And Minka Kelly's like, I am really hot. And he's like, okay,
bye. I'm a perfect being, basically.
She's gorgeous. I'm like,
my storyline was lifted from Miranda from Mass Effect.
And really, there's no bad point to her character, and they need to develop that too. You know, or
there's no good point to her character either, though. It's like her character's so vanilla.
But it's a beautiful vanilla. I mean, it's like a French vanilla from Briar's.
Minka, how you doing, Minka?
And then it's like, and then he's got like his ex, who's an evil person now. They're not doing anything with that. And there's so much more they could do with it. You know, bothers me. Like I love the show though. I want to see where it goes.
Honestly, the storyline is still doing better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I agree. And I think it's doing better than Bones, which they're putting back in the regular time spot. Bones is so wormed over to me now. It's like I'm like bored of it.
Bones has its like people that are gonna watch it forever. You know. So
I was one of those people who used to watch it, but it's gotten so boring to me. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, great. It's the same thing over and over.
So we got something else. Hold on.
I only have one more thing, so you can keep going through.
So, Matt, there's a rumor that Jack Rayner, who's going to be one of the stars, the unknown Irish actor, who's going to be one of the stars of Transformers 4, has now been cast in Star Wars Episode 7.
Okay.
And as a major role. And we've on other podcasts,
I have no clue who this person is.
He looks like a dude. That's all I can really tell you. Think of a dude, and that's.
So who do you think he would be?
Face. Have
you seen his face?
As a Jason Solo type. He's a very strong jaw. He's unknown, and you remember how they like the.
So you don't think beady eyes from
Mark Hamill was unknown in when he was in the original Star Wars.
Oh sure, and I think that's what J.J. Abrams wants. He wants to grab that feeling. He doesn't want to pull what he did on Star Wars or Star Trek.
Well, exactly, it's like he doesn't want to be like Bryan Cranston is playing this character. Like you don't want to see that, and even like or Walter White, even because you're going to see. Any of these very famous people, you're going to see them. Yeah. You're going to be like, that's either the person or their character.
I agree.
Even just like Daniel Day-Lewis, because at this point, everyone knows who he is. You know,
Star Wars, theoretically, if it's done correctly, is for making stars. That's what the movie is for now.
Like Mark Hamill, who went on to be a great star.
Like Harrison Ford.
Who was a star before?
Like, Carrie Fisher could have been a star. No, he wasn't a star.
Except that she stopped doing cocaine and then she got fat.
She did a lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs are probably what kept her thin, because after that she's like, okay, sandwiches.
She looks like a hot bag of laundry, though. If I saw her or not, she's on Big Bang Theory.
Do you want a big banger? Is that what you're saying?
She looks like a hot bag of laundry, dude.
Like, where's the princess?
Oh.
You ate the princess.
Like, don't put on that bikini.
Jabba ate the princess. Jabba's wearing a princess skin suit.
By the way, James Earl Jones was on that, and he was hilarious.
Yeah,
he was like, he was hilarious. He was so funny.
He's an icon. What are you?
Like he was the funniest person.
The surprising thing ever. Like, come on. Well, the fact that you're watching,
I know how much you love that show. I know how much you love that show anyway, but
almost as much as when you say things about Amazing Spider-Man. So
you're gonna love that movie. I got a good feeling about it.
I'm ready for it, man. That's our road soda.
It's gonna be your rage before we go to see that movie.
Like for the first, come on, that was a good road soda too. Like, why is this exist? It's over 9,000.
For that road soda, you should just talk like Admiral Akbar the whole time.
I'd rather talk like Raditz from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, all right. Or I actually accept Vegeta as well.
Yeah, see, that was kind of a weak one. I just, because Jack Rayner, nobody knows who he is.
I only have one thing left, but I'll go with it.
Let's do it, because I got one more thing after this.
The Last of Us, one and only single-player downloadable content called Left Behind.
And that's obviously based on the Rapture books that were made by that
yes, actually, it's Kirk Cameron's in it.
Yeah, Kirk Cameron's in He plays Ellie.
Kirk Cameron, if you watch this, fuck you, okay? He's like, I'm Ellie.
He actually does.
You know that Jesus saves everyone.
He actually is watching this. This is a weird thing. He's one of our fans.
There's 13 people that watch this. One of them is Kirk Cameron. That would be amazing. Please, if Kirk Cameron, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not sorry.
Please don't leave.
Not sorry.
I don't want 12. We need 13. At least
he's used to people.
He's like, it's okay. My movie sucked.
You're right. You're correct.
I wasn't ready for a seal or anything.
Here's the other guy, right? Bucky.
I can't even remember the guy's name. And I read the books. I read the books.
It's Bucky. Is it weird that I know that he doesn't? He read all the books, all 20 of them?
I read 13. There's 13
I read maybe 3 pages of one of the books, and I know that guy's name.
13. Rayford Steele.
Yeah.
Best fucking
name. I was so mad when I read that.
He's a porn star from the 80s. He's obviously a porn star from the 80s.
Nobody's named that name.
Rayford Steele.
Wait, and Bucky...
With an E at the end, though. It's okay.
Wait, and Bucky, too, is like... Buckminster. No one's named Buckminster. Nobody. No, there's nobody. Like, that's probably why he was left behind, because his name's Buckminster.
I'd leave you behind. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Rayford. You're staying behind.
Rayford.
You don't get to come to the rest.
First of all, your name's Ray or Raymond. Yeah. It's not Rayford. Who the fuck names anyone Rayford?
I want to punch your
from 1840?
I want to punch your family. All your family.
I'm mine with Rayford Steele. I'm part of the Union Army.
Exactly. You're in the bayou. You live in the... It's our picture.
Well, anyway, Left Behind.
By the way, I have an awesome.
This was a great downloadable content.
Was it as good as the game though?
I think so. I agree. I think it was. It wasn't long, but it was good. It added a very good companion piece, and it added a lot to what Ellie's story was. And Ellie is going to be, if they make it Left Behind 2, which they haven't, or Left Behind, The Last of Us 2, they haven't really committed to it yet. But if they do, it's going to be her story, you know. So it was really good to flesh out what happened before she got. What happened to her? I'm not going to explain it. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but there's probably a spoilers list. I'm sorry, minor.
I'm gonna add this ADR.
First of all, they had a weird Facebook thing. It's like, hey, connect to Facebook during it. So I did it to see what would happen.
And now everyone is making fun of the pedophile. Now he's on the sex offender list.
So there's only one thing.
The sex offender list.
There's only one thing. There's only one thing though in it. I thought there'd be more. I was like, okay, it's just post weird pictures of 14-year-old girls on my Facebook. It was only that one little piece where they were in a photo booth that I posted.
Yeah, so spoilers. Look at his Facebook.
There's gonna be spoilers.
I should actually somehow make the picture you put up as the picture for the podcast when it comes up. And that could be like...
Maybe I make my profile picture.
And then I'll tag like you as Riley and me as Ellie or something.
That means we have to kiss in the middle of it though.
Would be the first time.
Fuck you, spin the bottle. So anyway, it explains basically it amalgams her before the story from Last of Us and the piece where spoiler where Joel is injured very badly and she has to kind of take care of him.
Yeah, that's right, guys. This is a spoiler that someone that is in the zombie apocalypse gets injured.
Well, he's injured very badly in the game. And
by the way, if you haven't played this game, why are you watching this? Why are you living life? Go buy a PlayStation 3 and buy this
right now. Only pause it though. I gotta come back and watch it. Go finish the game. It'll take you about 2 days.
And then come back and we're just gonna right from now on we're gonna spoil. That's all we're gonna do is spoil The Last of Us.
And I'm just
blow it up for you.
Just
blow it up.
Explode. There'd be semen of Last of Us all over your face.
Yeah, cortical. What are they? Cordyceps fungus all over your face.
All over. You're a big clicker. So anyway, so she has to like go and like find stuff to stitch him up. Basically, that's like the premise of what's happening during the
fetch quest. That sounds fun.
It's a horrible fetch quest, dude. It is the worst fetch quest of all time. But then in the middle, it keeps like splicing in pieces of her relationship with Riley and like what happened with them and why she was her best friend and why they were kind of almost more than friends.
Best friends that anyone could have.
It was really good. It was well done. The characters were fleshed out well.
Poignant?
It was very poignant. Like I was like in the middle of it, like wow, there's some really like meaty, like deep stuff. And it wasn't like Walking Dead where you're just gonna see her murdered, but you see like shit. There's some bad shit that happens there, and you're like, oh. Shit, it's not a happy ending really, but it is because she saves Joel, you know, which she does in the
Ellie.
She saves Joel,
Ellie.
But you know, and you don't see like any of the really bad stuff that you would see in The Walking Dead, but it was pretty intense and it was a lot of fun. And there's points in the game where it's just sweating my fucking face, and so I'm like, no, I got it, no, damn you, clicker. There's 2 clickers here! And I throw a Molotov cocktail after Molotov cocktail. No! Stay away from me. And then there's a lot of, whereas in the game you're usually fighting one or the other, in the DLC they did a lot of, there's humans and there's zombies, and you kind of have to make them fight each other.
Because you can't fight them all, yeah.
Because there's too many. And they will all go after you, unfortunately.
Can you go after each other?
Yeah, can you just look at each other? So like throw a bottle in there and then like one hears the other.
Hey, let's get this little girl.
Yeah. Like I'm 14, kill those guys first at least. Come on, I could be on your team or you could rape me or something. Please don't do this. I'm just saying, like why don't they?
Turn.
I'm saying why don't they kill the freaking zombie instead of killing me? They're all like, no, we'll all go after. Hey, zombie, let's do this together. I'm like, shit.
Okay, let's go.
Like, come on, clicker. Come on, clicker, you're on my team. Just to kill her. Like, no.
Little cordyceps things in his head. Little
spores. Like, I'll get you in a minute, but first we're gonna get this one. No. I can't go anywhere.
Okay, so here's what I want to know. Did you have to face any of the fat dudes, the fat sport dudes?
No.
Oh.
No, it was only clickers and regular
Because those guys are fucking balls-only.
It was tough because she doesn't have...
Not a spoiler. He's a fat dude. You face
a fat bloated guy that he destroys you.
You face fat bloated
If you get near him, he destroys you.
And one time they make you face two of them. You're
Clickers,
like,
clickers are already bad enough. Those fat guys are the worst.
They are the worst.
You need like 87 bullets to kill them. And
throwing Molotov cocktails at me, grenades. You're taking those cans with all the
just
nails in them.
over stuff and, like,
the cans with the nails in the gunpowder. You're like, fuck you!
I did a lot of those cans with nails, by the way. I'm like, cans with nails or stuff to heal me, cans with nails.
Yeah. If I die, I go back to the beginning. That's all. That's
like two guys together, you take cans with nails. It was really well done. I would almost say it's as good as the game. I mean, obviously it's short, but it did a really good job of fitting into the world, explaining it well. I liked it a lot. I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah, it was one of those gotta have type things you need to get.
So if I sit on it, will I come?
Maybe, but they're 14, so you'd probably get in trouble for it.
And that's it. No, it's not. 'Cause I got one more story. Okay, so we had one Star Wars news on here. One Star Wars news. One more Star Wars news on there.
Yeah,
Star Wars Rebels.
Okay,
they actually introduced some of the main characters.
Okay,
so we have three of the main characters. It looks like they're all the good characters.
I've seen some of the bad ones too.
Well, they showed them. They didn't really explain them.
All right,
they didn't really
let me hear what you've heard because I haven't heard anything about the characters.
So three of the main characters for the Star Wars Rebels, which is going to be on Disney XD. Hopefully, somewhere I can download it. Put it on Hulu, assholes.
Maybe on BitTorrent.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Where you can download it legally.
So they have the three of the main characters. The first one they announced was Kanan, and they introduced him as a cowboy Jedi.
Oh, I saw the picture of this guy.
Yeah, he looks kind of a douche. He's played by Freddie Prinze Jr.
Doesn't he have like a
yeah?
He's like a soul patch or something.
Yeah, he's basically like
yo, dude.
No, he's played by Freddie Prinze Jr. though, man. So Freddie Prinze Jr.
Isn't he the same guy that played what's his face in?
That's right. That's right. Man. That guy's playing a Jedi now.
So you go, I'm a Jedi. What's up?
But
Jedi that does push-ups and pull-ups.
I have a goatee. Like, okay, cool. Drink, guys. And his name's Kanan. But basically, he's like a exiled Jedi. Obviously, he didn't get killed in Order 66 because the movie it takes place between Episode 3 and Episode 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So
somehow he's still alive after Order 66.
Somehow he's still alive. Correct. And but he's not using his lightsaber. He's using
I don't
a
know
gun
anything
now.
about this. So
using a gun. Shooting, but then he takes the lightsaber and he's like, I gotta use it now.
So I got gun and lightsaber now. So did you gun and lightsaber action?
Basically, it's if Kyle Katarn fucked Han Solo. This is what they would think. This is this guy.
Okay,
seriously,
right.
This is what. Look, when I'm saying this, I'm like, that's Kyle Katarn. That's Han Solo. That's Kyle Katarn.
But
that's Han Solo.
They're both cool and together.
If you don't know who Kyle Katarn is, by the way, Matt will link it right here. Matt's gonna link it.
I don't link any of this stuff, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You did put this
up once. Was it good?
Good job, guy.
Alright,
I did it! So the next guy, a kid named Ezra. He's a young.
Is he a kid named Ezra? Is there anyone better than Ezra, by the way?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for that joke. I was actually leaving that for you. That's for you.
Thank you.
I was straight manning that joke, but he's a young, like a 14-year-old boy.
And am I supposed to care about this guy?
Yes, you are, Matt, because he's befriended by Kanan,
and he has a lot of midichlorians.
Ragtag. and he uses the Force, but he doesn't know how.
I hate
it just happens.
I hate you
Here's
so
the
much.
Force. Oh wow! Look, I just Force pulled that thing to me. I'm a pickpocket.
I already hate this show.
I'm like the monkey from Aladdin.
I want to knock the paper out of your hand.
So that happens. Ezra. He's gonna be the plucky sidekick character that comes into his own. Comes into his own. Okay, so the last character was kind of interesting, but
he's like pod racing.
Well,
I don't like
there's another character that was introduced first that I didn't announce. Chopper, who's a droid.
Is he the dog?
He's a droid.
Chop! Is he the dog from
He's a droid. Yeah, you took too long. You were in the joke.
I said it. Grand Theft Auto 5.
He's a droid. He looks kind of like he's like an R2 unit.
I saw he's like an R2D4 or something.
He's an R2D4, but he has has little cutting tools and things.
Yeah.
And,
so his name's Chopper.
Yeah, his name's Chopper. But we won't talk about him because he's been announced a while ago. But the other guy, Zeb. His name is Zeb.
Is that the bad guy? I saw the guy that
No.
looks like a Zabrak. He's got like a painting on his face.
No, that's not. That guy is somebody else. I think he's Dathomirian probably. But that's right, people. Dathomirian, look it up. But usually those are only.
He just went full nerd on you.
Zeb. Zeb is a new kind of alien.
Where are the chicks? Where are the chicks?
No chicks. It's Disney. They have to be princesses.
There's no chicks.
Yeah, no, they have to be princesses if they're on the show. So
there's no chicks in this.
It's Disney. There's Disney princesses.
Is Chopper a chick?
You have to. Chopper's female. Chopper's like
we're gonna fuck the robot.
No, but Zeb's like he's a gung ho sidekick guy. He's a really big alien.
I don't want to watch this.
And he has a big gun.
I don't want to watch this.
Wait,
he's the guy. Yeah, he's the guy that was originally the original Chewbacca. I heard this. He's the original Chewbacca when they first made the concept for him. That's what Zeb looked like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, whoa, okay, that's kind of sounds interesting.
Oh, so your boner's back.
No, this sounds the most interesting part of all this.
Oh, my boner's rising back up.
This sounds the most interesting part of any of this. Because I'm like, okay, I'd like to see those original concepts with like Star Killer. I like to see the original concept stuff.
Dude, they have this novel out right now. It's called the Star Wars.
I know, but I like to see that. That's what I'm saying. I like to see the original
I might have
stuff.
them upstairs, actually. I'll give you a couple before I leave.
He's 87 comics. I have like 400 comic books that are his.
That you don't read, but you
house.
probably haven't read yet.
I've read probably about 200 of them. Not all of them.
I haven't bought any in a while.
Like, any of the Deathmatch ones I haven't read at all.
So it's on the bottom.
So you're so busy. I'm just a busy man.
I'm so busy.
Hey, I'm busy.
I'm in charge of men's lacrosse now. Did I mention that?
Men's lacrosse too?
Yeah. Just men's lacrosse.
So that's everything.
No, just women's basketball, men's lacrosse.
So when are you getting me men's lacrosse tickets then?
Anytime you want.
Front row tickets.
They're general admission. You can get them. That's fine. I can get you free tickets though if you want to go.
Remember you said that. Give me free tickets. I love lacrosse.
Believe me, now
I've been to one lacrosse.
Actually, my old boss now asks me for basketball tickets all the time, and I'm like, okay, if I can get them.
Bernard?
No. Bernard did once, but he's nice about it. But Steve now.
Did he not go?
No, Bernard went.
Oh, okay.
Did he go? Thank you, Bernard. Because I know you're a fan.
Podcast fan.
Big thanks to him. That's it.
Hey, thanks for coming.
It's over. And
thanks for enjoying our delicious Omegang. We're gonna get some more of this Omegang.
Drink this, by the way, and also make sure when you drink it that you leave the price tag on because it's actually better.
It's $13.99 for this beer. Okay, I paid $14 for this. You're welcome. Stay classy. Unlike this guy.
Big bang boom.